I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct.
Hello?
Hey, were you asleep?
No, not yet.
I was just walking past the same Ross we used to shop at together. I thought maybe we could see each other.
Tonight's not good.
You always say that.
Because I don't want to give you the wrong idea.
What's the wrong idea?
That I feel the same way.
Well, I just wanted to see you.
I know.
How about just for 10 minutes?
10 minutes would turn into something you'd hold on to. I can't be that for you.
On April 8th of 2004, there was a guy who wanted something more in his life. But when he quit his office job and decided to do something about it, he got into a car accident and he died. That was the plot of a short story I wrote in high school, and now I'm starting to think that I've become that guy. Whether it's rejections from people or being too scared to start, I feel like I've been losing time to find my purpose. Now, how the fuck do I change that? I don't know. But what I do know is that I can ask other people what they think about it. So that's exactly what I did. I went looking for answers. And who I met on this journey is someone really special who changed my life forever. This is the story of that mysterious person who helped me answer that dire question.
Okay, so there are three main questions I want to ask strangers on the street. The first, when is it the right time to give up on your dreams? The second, what is your dream? And the last is, should you pursue it?
Everyone gets a little bit anxious when talking to strangers, so I'm also pretty nervous going into this. But I've already taken a lot of rejections and no's from people in the past. So I can't afford losing sight of my dreams anymore. So I went out there and I did it anyway.
Never?
Never, yeah.
Never.
But I don't think there's really a right time.
Never.
Never?
You should always chase your dreams. Always. Right? I mean, that's what we're here for, you know, live our best life.
Plenty of time with family. It's a priority.
Living a sustainable life.
I hope I'm doing something that I care about, that makes me happy.
Living my life and enjoying it.
My dream is just to be happy without stress and be healthy.
Yeah. I do my best to work towards that every day and advocate for it.
I try to meditate every day and try to tell myself like positive affirmations, like, okay, don't be stressed. Take it in stride. Everything's gonna be okay.
You should always aspire for bigger and better things.
I'm a senior now. I just finished my junior year. I'm doing engineering, and I want to go into renewable energy.
I was really grateful for the responses from people, but I still felt like there was a lot unanswered for my original question, so I kept searching for more.
Younger, I used to get very excited to do things like hang out with my friends or go up to the mountains, go skiing, go backpacking or camping. As I've gotten older, I've lost that sense of sort of excitement or anticipation. I still do those things, but I don't feel as energized as I used to, and I'd love to get that back. I've been trying to find new interests, new passions, but I still can't invoke that same sense of excitement that I used to have when I was much, much younger. And I've tried therapy and some medications, and so far, no great breakthroughs. Right around the time that my wife and I started having kids, maybe our lives just got busy, or could have just been age. My body, my brain changed over time.
I want to, strive to become a good parent. Obviously learn from what my parents did and their good stuff and their bad stuff. I don't know if you had any general advice for that either.
Yeah, I don't know that you would take my advice. I don't perceive myself as any sort of great parent. I worked hard and provided for the family, but I have no idea if I was a good father or not. I mean, certainly tried to engage them and expose them to as many different activities and interests that I certainly have, and of course tried to encourage them in their own interest. Once I graduated from college, it was all about work, very few hobbies. I've stayed interested in World War II history throughout my life.
I was very interested in history. That was my favorite subject. And I think, teachers help a lot with that too. I was grateful enough to have an amazing teacher. And I think a lot of people who like history share that same experience.
Yeah, I think it's true. I don't know that me gravitating towards history has to do with a particular teacher. I'm not sure how I got there, but I was always interested in particularly the World War II history.
My dad got me into it. We would come here when I was younger a lot, and we'd rent DVDs and stuff like that. And I think he rented out American Revolutionary history films in here, and we saw it together. I just remember that's what got me into it too.
What a great way. I mean, that's a great thing to share with your father and have him introduced. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
The puzzle was connecting, but I felt like there was one final piece missing. And before I knew it, I came across that final piece.
hacemos, cada decisión que tomamos es como la correcta.
¿O sí?
En ese momento era lo que sentíamos. Y se vuelve... Cuando digo mente me refiero como a ese conjunto de ideas preconcebidas que ya nos dieron desde que íbamos creciendo, ¿no? Que vienen de la sociedad, de los padres, de la escuela, de la tele, de las redes sociales. Trato de tener ese discernimiento de qué tanto escucho a esa mente o qué tanto escucho lo que Dios me dice. Que nos regala pasaba la gente y muchos no me volteaban a ver, otros sí. Entonces mi mente era como, me decía cosas, no, como nadie te está escuchando, cantas bien feo, cosas negativas. Sí. Pero pues yo no escuchaba y yo seguía cantando. Y poco a poco una persona que conocí me dio collares de estos y una cajita de anillos, así empecé. Pero lo chido es que a pesar de que estaba difícil, como era algo que realmente yo quería, pues no me sentía cansado, no me sentía, ¿sabes? Cada vez me estaba motivando más y más. Porque luego es el asunto que muchos hacen cosas, están en trabajos que no eligieron, que eligieron por a costa de otras personas. Y como te digo, uno se vuelve esclavo de todas esas decisiones. Sí. Y como dices, es que ya tengo 5 años recorriendo este camino, ¿cómo lo voy a dejar? Es que el esfuerzo, es que el dinero, es que esto, es que el otro. Sí. Pero pues si no te hace feliz, ¿cuál es la prioridad? ¿Qué es más importante? ¿Cuánta gente con dinero tienen miles y millones de dólares pero por dentro están vacíos porque no están haciendo lo que les gusta? Porque a lo mejor ellos querían bailar, querían cantar o querían, no sé, contar chistes o lo que sea. Pero no, tienen que ir a su empresa y dedicarse y vender. Entonces, ¿qué hacen? Cada vez acumulan más cosas porque piensan que las cosas les van a dar esa felicidad, piensan que van a llenar esa vacío que tienen. Pero pues no. Ser futbolista, pero te preguntas por qué quieres ser futbolista, qué es lo que realmente estás buscando, jugar fútbol o ser famoso, o tener éxito jugando fútbol, o simplemente disfrutas la acción de jugar fútbol. Si tu sueño es ser cantante, ¿cuál es el sueño? ¿Ser famoso o simplemente cantar? Mientras estés cantando ya cumpliste tu sueño, no necesitas nada más.
I know you're uncertain. You've just made the decision to drop out. The worst part is telling your parents about it. You won't even tell them until you finish your first year, though.
The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers.
Esas noches de calor, llenas de ansiedad.
Until I came home.
There was this girl, right? You never told her how you really felt. She's gone now. Through it all, your friends have been with you every single step of the way. And they'll continue to be. You'll even see some of them back in the day. That's some good news. The summer after you leave will be one of the most heartbreaking ones ever. because you'll have to face the fact that you're alone again.
Because I don't want to do anything wrong with you.
You'll think to yourself, I've left everyone, and now I have to start over? What's the point? Understand that those thoughts and those feelings are valid, but they should not dictate the future of your life. Understand that there are great people wherever you go.
As I've gotten older, I've lost that sense of sort of excitement.
Pero estoy cantando esa creo que ahí está un poquito la diferencia.
And for some miraculous, divine reason that I have yet to understand myself, they'll always find you.
But that didn't stop survivor's guilt. Going back and forth trying to convince myself the stripes I earned.
Understand that as for you, uncertainty will always exist. I'm still dealing with that myself. But it should inform you on how to move forward, in the hopes of someday feeling certain.
Siento todo irreal. Cuando es con